All right, we shall start. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, welcome, welcome. So as usual, please listen to your body and practice accordingly. Do the variation that suits you the most. And again, don't push too hard, but we're not going to be lazy, right? All right. So let's start in a centering position, which is, it's your choice. You can either lie down in crocodile position with the forearms stacked, forehead resting on the arms. The chest is slightly elevated, so bring your elbows in a little bit towards the chest. Or you can choose to take child's pose if you're comfortable in it. If none of those work, you can lie down on your back in Shavasana. So choose what you're starting in. And this is the time when we go inward. Close your eyes. And bring your awareness inward. Start observing your breath. Noticing the quality of your breath right now, without judging. Noticing how it feels to breathe in the body today. You'll notice if your breath is deep, slow, smooth, even, quiet. So those 5 are the qualities of optimal diaphragmatic breathing. And if your breath is not exactly like this right now, that's not a problem. That's the way it is. So this kind of breath is helpful in moving towards stillness. Relax. See if there's any tension in the body. Release on the exhalation. Let your breath become a little bit slower, a little bit deeper. And now, wherever you are, in whatever position you're in right now, start your abdominal squeeze. So on the exhalation, squeeze the belly. On the inhalation, release. And remember, we're looking to activate the area and the muscles, the tissues in the area, not tense up. Okay. All right. And now if you're on your belly, roll over onto your back. And if you're on your back, remain on the back with the knees bent. So everybody on your back with the knees bent. And continue with your abdominal squeeze here if you prefer, or if you're familiar with Agnisara, you can go on to Agnisara, squeezing the perineum floor and then the anal sphincter, lower abs, and then upper abs, all in one exhalation. And relaxing on the inhalation. So a few of those. Starting to build up a little bit of heat, gathering the energy in our energetic container here in the pelvis. Also keeping in mind activation, not tension, not grasping, not striving. Just a couple more times here. Okay, and now please pull the knees into the chest. So hug your knees into the chest. Take a few deep breaths. And now right here, very lightly, engage your perineum floor. So lift the perineum floor, keep it. Good, and then roll over to one side and push yourself up to all fours, tabletop, right? So watch your alignment here. Find your neutral spine. Engage the abdominals. Good. And then when you're ready, start your cat-cow. So inhaling, arching the back, exhaling, rounding the back. Continue at your own pace with your own breath. Continue a couple more times so your arms are strong and straight. Good. And work at the intensity that's helpful to you right now. It does not have to be too strong. It's just the beginning. So we're just checking out the spine, noticing how the spine is feeling, and also warming up the spine and the surrounding areas. Okay, and now take your knees apart, big toes together, arms extend forward, and lower down into your child's pose. So the hands are on the floor, but the elbows are up off the ground. And the forehead rests on either on the ground or on some support. Okay. And again, bring your awareness to the perineum floor and lightly engage the perineum floor while you're continuing to breathe deeply. Okay. Now lift a little bit and walk your hands over to the left, towards your left knee, folding over the left knee or close to that. And breathing into the stretch on your right side, right ribs. And lift the head, walk the hands over to the right. Folding over the right knee. Let's try to keep the hips neutral here. And breathing into the stretch into the left ribs. And walk back to center. Now place your left hand in the center, thread your right arm underneath the left, and twist the chest to the left. If you can, place the right shoulder and the right side of the head down. On the next inhalation, coming back to center. So change hands, right hand in the center, left arm underneath, and twist to the right. And on the inhalation, back to center. Now walk your hands towards you and come up to all fours. Here are your choices. You're either coming up into downward facing dog, or you can keep the knees down and stretch one leg back. Stay here, breathe. So we are looking to stretch the legs and the back of the body, but also become aware of the strength of the legs. So wherever you are, and now change legs. If you're on all fours, change legs. And if you're in down dog, just a couple more breaths here. Good, and now prepare for coming to the standing forward fold. So wherever you are, walk your feet forward, coming into the forward fold. So bend the knees as needed, hang the upper body, relax the upper body, hang the head, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. And feel free to sway here a little bit if that's what you need. Now see that there's no tension in the neck and upper back, shoulders. You can shake your head yes and no. Okay, and then come to stillness in the center. Bring your hands to the hips, bend the knees, and let's come up with a straight back. Now push the feet into the mat and come up with a straight back all the way to standing. Just a moment here in this easy mountain pose, just to feel the connection with the ground. Like feet firmly on the ground. Good. Feel yourself grounded. We could all use a little bit of that right now, right? Okay, good. All right, let's take the feet a little bit apart, maybe like shoulder distance apart, and start shifting from foot to foot and adding the arms. Just free movement in the shoulders and the arms. Warming up the body, adding the twist side to side, and please bend the opposite knee and lift the opposite heel as you're twisting to the side. Okay, let's come to center and bring the arms out to the sides and then crisscross in the front, alternating the top arm. Check with your breath. Okay, shoulder rolls. And reverse. Okay, bring your feet a little bit closer together and hip rolls. Soft knees. And reverse the direction. Okay, good. Let's take the feet out wide, turn the toes out, and bending one knee, warming up the legs, and then the other. So here you can come down as low or as high as you wish. Just remember, the purpose of this is warming up the legs. So work at the intensity and capacity that's right for you in this moment. Okay, good. Let's come to center and bring the feet closer together. Now, let's work the ankles a little bit, and feel free, there's an element of balancing here, so if you need to, you can hold on to a piece of furniture, the wall. So bring one foot up and flex and point, and then roll. And reverse. Good. Now take that foot down. Now bring the weight of the body onto the standing leg. And then lift the other foot and flex and point. And roll. And the other direction. Good. And place the foot down, shake off the legs. Okay, let's march in place. And then start lifting the knees higher. Okay, good. And shake off the legs. Okay, let's do our standing Agnisara. Take your feet farther apart. Hands above the knees. So, and really support the weight of your upper body with your arms. So I'd like to do a little bit of an experiment here. So here in this, so you're in this position right now, right? So the weight of the upper body is in your arms, hopefully. Okay, and now stay in this position, but let go of the arms. And notice how the core muscles engage to support the upper body. So that's what we are excluding when we're putting the weight into the arms, and that's what we want. So there's freedom in the area where we're going to work. So the muscles are free to do what we're going to ask them to do without supporting the upper body. All right. So take a deep inhalation, and then on the exhalation, start with pressing the feet into the mat. That will engage the inner thighs. Then squeeze the perineum floor, the lower abdominals, and the upper. And then release in the reverse order. Okay, continue. You can try closing your eyes to better focus on the work. It's just a suggestion. Okay, let's do it 2 more times. And come up. Okay, let's take Maybe close your eyes here. Notice the effect so far. Okay. And now if you have a block, please grab your block and place it in between the thighs. If you do not have a block, that's okay. You can do it without the block, right? Okay. Now, inhale, bend the knees, bring the arms out to the side, sit down into your chair, bring the arms up. And then on the exhalation, come up, bring the arms down. Let's do this a few more times. One more time like this. And now as we're standing up on the exhalation, we're twisting to the right, right arm back, hips point forward. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Continue. And one more time to each side with the breath. And come up, straighten the legs, reach up on the inhalation, and then on the exhalation, roll the arms down. All right, are we warmed up yet? There's nothing like chair pose. Such a universal pose for warming up the whole body, right? Okay. Take your feet a little bit apart, so somewhere between hip and shoulder distance apart. Okay, let's work on our breath aligned movement here. So arms are down, starting in the mountain pose with the arms down. And then on the inhalation, coming up on the balls of the feet and lifting the arms at the same time. And then on the exhalation, lowering everything down. The same time the heels come to the ground, the hands touch the thighs. Continue like that 4 more times. And one more time. And lower everything down and just take a moment in the mountain pose, just firmly connected to the ground, feeling the support of the ground beneath you. Maybe even close your eyes and notice. Notice how you feel. Notice the effects of the practice so far. Good. Okay, like take your feet apart, pretty wide, maybe like 1 leg distance apart. Okay. All right. Let's expand. So keep that notion in mind. So star pose, expanding into the universe. Inhale, bring the arms up at an angle. Exhale, lower the arms down. Just the arms. Inhale, expand, open the heart, open the chest. Exhale, bring the arms down. Now you can continue with just the arms or add coming up on the balls of the feet. Inhalation, exhalation. Again. Lift the perineum floor. Good. And finish here. Now parallel the feet. On the inhalation, bring both arms up. And then exhale, left arm down, side bend to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Continue with the breath a few more times. And be aware of the sensations in the body. When you're coming to a side bend, notice how your side is feeling. Notice the difference between the sides. So we're doing one more time to each side. This is going to be the last one. And then release the arms down. All right. So our feet are already in position for the next pose, our standing pose, Trikonasana. So pigeon toe your feet, please. And then turn the right foot out. So we need the feet to be lined up for Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Heel to arch or heel to heel. Hands on the hips. Okay. So we're going to keep the hands on the hips. That will help us with being aware of the position of the pelvis. Okay. So hands on the hips. Really become aware of your pelvis and its position in space. And now lift the perineum floor. Squeeze the buttocks very lightly. Like you're hugging your tailbone with the glutes, right? Okay, and then leading with the right elbow. Start leaning over the right leg to any degree. The chest stays open. Let's take the left hand and place it on the lower back. So that will help the chest to twist a little bit more open towards the sky. Now see if you can elongate the right side. So you're not collapsing into the right side, but it's elongated, right? So moving the lower ribs away from the pelvic bone here. And then you can release the right arm down. Maybe try, let's do that. Extend your right arm in front of your face like that. Good. And you can experiment with the head positioning. You can look down if that feels good. Maybe even look up or just in front of you. Okay, and now focus on your lower body for a moment. Maybe even closing your eyes if you feel stable. Maybe closing your eyes. Let go of the right arm. Let's take that out of the equation and really become aware of your lower body, the strength of your legs, your pelvis. Okay, good. Hands to the hips. Bend your right knee slightly. Come up. And parallel the feet. Okay, pigeon toe. And then turn out the left foot. Hands on the hips. I like to shift the hips side to side. That helps me find my the position of the pelvis in space. Okay, chest is open, proud, and then start leading with the left elbow. Lean over the left leg. Again, any degree. Be aware of the elongation of your lower side, the left side. So instead of collapsing like this, maybe extending, bringing the ribs away from the pelvis on this side, on the left side, right? Right hand on the sacrum. Okay, now before we start doing anything with the left arm, be really aware of your lower body here. Again, the strength of your legs. and your energetic container, your pelvis. And then you can extend the left arm in front of you or not. And again, you can try turning your head down or up. Okay, let's bring the hands to the pelvis. And now push into your left foot, slight bend to the knee, left knee, and come up. And come to a symmetrical position. So parallel your feet. A deep breath or two here. Okay. And this time, bring your feet together, please. We're going to keep the, actually, keep your hands wherever you want. You can keep the hands on the hips or bring the hands to the shoulders or just relax the arms. So we will do a few rounds of dynamic chair without the arms. So inhale here, reach the chest up. Exhale, bend the knees. Exhale, fold forward. And then on the inhalation, bending the knees, come up. Let's do this a couple more times. Exhale. And one more time. And this time, reach the arms up on the inhalation, stretch it out, and exhale, lower the arms down. All right, warrior one. So from the top of your mat, right foot forward, take your left foot back, draw two parallel lines on your mat, and that's where your feet are. So you can square the hips forward, starting with both legs straight. And then when you're ready, bend your right knee, adjust your feet, and then inhale, bring the arms up. Good. On the next exhalation, bring the arms down and to the back, clasp the fingers, or you can grab a strap here. Inhale, reach the chest up, and then on the exhalation, fold forward. You can rest the chest on the right side, or maybe fold on the inside of the leg, lifting the arms. On the next inhalation, firmly press your right foot into the ground, and from there, from that point of power, lift yourself up, release the arms, and take your left foot forward. And then the other side. So left foot forward, take your right foot back, bend the knee, so feet for warrior one on this side, hips facing forward. When you're ready, bring the arms up, or you can cactus the arms. And then exhale, bring the arms down, intertwine the hands in the awkward way. Inhale, bend the back a little bit, reach the chest up, and then exhale, fold. And then to come up, first mentally prepare, then push the left foot into the mat, rise up, release the hands, and take your right foot forward, shake it off. Okay, come to the front of your mat. I'm going to ask you to step back either into downward facing dog or onto all fours. Okay. So inhale, reach the arms up, back bend, push the hips forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up with a straight spine. Exhale, fold. And then step back either into downward dog or to your tabletop. Okay. Step the right foot forward for lunge. Starting with the runner's lunge. I'm going to ask you to lift the left knee off the ground, but if you need to keep it down, that's fine too. So runner's lunge. Now feel the strength of your legs here, especially the back leg. So push the back of the left knee up towards the sky. Now pull the feet away from each other and scissor the legs up here in the pelvic area. So you're pulling the right hip back, left hip forward. Now extend the chest, abdominals engaged. Okay. Now bring your right hand on the inside of the right foot, and here feel free to drop the left knee down to the ground. We're going to do the hip circles here. So, or you can keep the left knee up too. So make circles with your right hip. Good, and then change the direction. Okay, now take your left hand at the shoulder level, but outside the mat. Okay, right hand on the right thigh, and then twist the chest to the right. Again, you can bring the left knee down here. There's a good extension and in the spine, and also a twist. Okay, good. Come back to center. And now let's stretch the hamstrings on the right. So inhale here. Exhale, straighten the right knee, fold over the leg. You can flip the toes up. And let's do it a couple of times dynamically. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten the right leg. And next time your right leg is extended, lower the chest towards the right leg. On the inhalation, come back to lunge and step back either onto all fours or into downward facing dog. And on the next inhalation, take your left foot forward, coming into runner's lunge on this side, or you can drop the right knee down if needed. So let's just work on the lunge again. Work on the strength of your legs. So feeling the strength of your leg, the right, push the back of the right knee up, spine extended, abdominals engaged. And now hip circles, bring your both hands on the inside. You can walk your left foot a little bit to the left and then make your hip circles here. And reverse the rotation. Okay, and then the lunge twist. Take your right hand outside the mat at the shoulder level. Left hand on the left thigh. Twist the chest to the left. Maybe if it feels good, you can even extend the left arm up. You can have the right knee down, right? Good. Come back. And then let's work on the left hamstrings here. So inhaling here in lunge. Exhale, straighten the left knee, fold. Repeat. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, hamstring stretch. And the next time your leg is extended, you fold it over the leg, stay there. Okay. On the inhalation, come back to lunge. Now tuck your left toes and step the left foot forward, coming into the standing forward fold. And then on the inhalation, come up and stretch up. And exhale, bring the arms down. Okay. We're coming onto the belly. Front of the mat. Actually, let's do it from the back of the mat. Step to the back of your mat, please. Just to work the abdominals just one extra time. Little bonus here. Okay, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half Uttanasana, halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, hands to the mat, and walk yourself forward into plank, or just come down on the belly. And then bending the elbows, slowly lower yourself down. Good. And take your crocodile pose, please. Stack your forearms. Forehead down. Take a few resting breaths. Okay. Bring your feet closer together. Unless your lower back is sensitive right now, tender, and you can have the feet apart. Okay. The arms extend back with the hands down. Forehead down. Okay, now anchor through your pelvis and the tops of the feet. So press the tops of the tops of the feet into the ground. That will lift your knees. Then press the front of the pelvis into the mat. And then from that place of power, lift the chest and the head. The hands stay down. Long spine. Breathing here. On the next exhalation, lower down and place the head down on one side. Okay, now straighten the head, forehead down. One more round. Tops of the feet, lift the knees, front of the pelvis into the mat. And then from there, the upper body comes up. And here you can choose to lift the arms, you can cactus the arms, you can bring the arms forward. Good. And then release, lower down, and place the head down on the other side. Okay, Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push up to all fours. Take your tabletop and a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. And notice how this cat-cow is different from the one that you did in the beginning. Good. And come lie down into your crocodile again. Or you can push back into child's pose if that works for you right now. And here, whether you're in crocodile or in child's pose, what we want to do is connect with the breath. So close your eyes. And find your breath. Okay, and now from wherever you are, come roll onto your back, please. Or come lie down onto your back. So your knees are bent, feet into the mat, arms in any resting position. Close your eyes, bring your awareness to the back of the body and feel the back of your body on the ground. Feel those points of contact. Still connecting with the breath, being aware of the breath. Okay, now take your feet to the sides of the mat. Just arms wherever you want them. Just four. Okay, let's sway the knees side to side with the breath. Inhale here in the center, then exhale. Lower the knees to one side. Inhale, bring the knees up for the duration of the inhalation. And then for the duration of the exhalation, lower the knees to the other side. Okay, continue. And this time, whatever side your knees are, leave them there. Leave the knees to the one side, feet to the other side. And here you can adjust yourself to any variation of a spinal twist. You can stay right where you are. You can take your one ankle on top of the other knee, like that. Or whatever supine spinal twist you'll prefer. And then take your ankle off if you did that. And bring the knees up on the inhalation. And on the exhalation, lower the knees to the other side and probably do the same variation that you did on the first side on this side. And on the next inhalation, bring your knees back up. Good. And then extend the legs away from you. Arms over the head. You can intertwine the fingers, rotate the palms out. And a big stretch here. Good. And then release the arms down. And hug both knees into the chest. Hold on to your right knee. Hold the right knee into the chest and extend the left leg away from you. So pull the hips away from each other. Good. And you can stay right here, or you can lift the left leg just a little bit, lower back into the ground, maybe lifting the shoulders and the head. And lower everything down if you lifted, and both knees into the chest. Left knee into the chest, right leg extends down on the mat. Now pull the legs away from each other. And either stay right here or lift the leg and the upper body. Breathe. And release. Both knees into the chest. Let your knees drop open to the sides. Just relax the legs, relax the hips, and you can rock side to side or not, or just enjoy the stillness. Okay, let's push the knees together. Use your hands to push your knees together. And then bring the feet down. And place your feet on the mat for bridge pose, Seto Bandhasana. So your feet are about hip distance apart, the same as the knees. If you have a block, grab your block, please, and place it in between the thighs. If you don't have the block, that's fine. So squeeze the block in between the thighs, and then on the inhalation, lift the pelvis up. Roll the shoulders underneath you. You can clasp the hands. Push the hips up, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the block. Now the buttocks are lightly engaged. See if you can curl the tailbone up a little bit. That helps the lower back. And then release the hands, lower down, slowly, with control. Good. Now, take your block or anything else. We're gonna need support from underneath the lower back. And it's gonna be a supported bridge at first. So you can choose the height. You can place the block underneath your lower back at the lowest height or on the medium, on the next height. Okay. And then once the support is there under your sacrum, now just let yourself release into this support. Just release the weight of your body into this block or whatever you're using. Arms in any comfortable position. Okay, now bring your arms next to the body. You can move the hand just a little bit away from the body. Okay, now press the arms and the tops of the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders into the mat. Now tighten the lower abdominals just a little bit. Then bring one leg up into tabletop position, like this. And then the other. You can stay right here, or you can extend one leg and then the other. Or you can have any amount of the knee bend here. Okay. And then you can relax your arms and shoulders. We're going to hang out here for a little bit. But of course, if you would like a little bit of a more active inversion position, you can either you can come up to a shoulder stand if that's in your practice, or Viparita Karani. Okay, if you chose to do a more active variation of an inversion, please start getting yourself out of that position now carefully. And if you are in the same position that I am, with the legs up, pelvis resting on support, bend one knee first into tabletop, right? And then the other. And then take one foot down and then the other foot down. And then push up to get that support out. So your back is flat on the mat, knees bent. Okay, very good. Start preparing yourself for the relaxation, please. Preferably in Shavasana. If you need support under your knees, please do so. You can roll up your blanket or maybe blocks under your knees. Take your time, making yourself comfortable. Okay. You can place your eye pillow across your eyes if you have one, or maybe even you can use your arm to cover your eyes if you wish. So close your eyes. And now sense your body from the outside. So sense your whole body in the space you're in, right here, right now. Sense the space surrounding your body. the space above you, the space below you, the space on your right and left. And now notice the ground beneath you. And let yourself rest. Let your body rest on the ground, on the support of the ground beneath you. You know that it's safe. You are in a safe and supportive environment. So give yourself permission to rest, to let go, to relax. And now draw a long, slow, deep inhalation through the nose. And then sigh out through the mouth. And relax your breathing. And now bring your awareness to your toes. Sense your toes and breathe. And now the bottom of the feet. And the ankles. Knees. Thighs. Hips. Perineum floor. Center pelvis. Belly button. Center chest. Bottom of the throat. Nostrils. Inner corners of the eyes. In between the eyebrows. Center forehead. Crown of the head. 3 breaths at the crown of the head. With the next breath, bring your mind's eye to center forehead once again. Between the eyebrows. Inner corners of the eyes. Nostrils. throat, both shoulders, elbows, wrists, palms, all 10 fingertips. And now draw your awareness up the arms and to the center chest. And now become aware of your heart. Now take a deep breath or two, sending that energizing and nourishing breath to your heart. Acknowledge your heart. Thank your heart for working tirelessly and hard for you all the time. And now on the next exhalation, let your heart rest for the time being. Let go of whatever is weighing on your heart. Let it go with the exhalation for the time being. And let your heart rest for the time being. In a few moments, we are going to start to come out of the relaxation. So bring your awareness back to your breath and take 1, 2, 3 deeper breaths. Bringing yourself back to awareness, re-energizing your body and your mind. And then start waking yourself up. Your small movements, fingers, toes, ankles, wrists. And then bend your knees, roll over to one side, pulling your knees into the chest, rounding the back. And at this point, feel free to open your eyes if you're ready, or keep your eyes closed. As you use your hands to push yourself up into a comfortable seated position, taking your time. And I would like you to invite you to join me in our closing Om and the peace invocation. So 1 Om and the Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So let's take one full breath in and out. And on the next exhalation, we'll chant Om. Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.